In today's video, we're checking out Taylor Morrison's brand new floor plans. They've completely updated the floor plans they're offering. They actually only have 2 model homes built in the state of Texas to even show, and I happen to live 20 minutes from there. So I recorded a couple tours of those, and also I'm going to talk about the incredible incentives they're currently offering through the end of April. We're going to get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, local Easton Park real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to the Easton Park neighborhood, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. As a teacher for 10 years before I jumped into real estate, I was actually a band director. I was a percussion director just down the road at Aikens High School when I quit teaching. And I found that a lot of the skills and values that drew me to teaching and helped me be successful as an educator have transferred over very well into real estate. Honesty, hard work, effective communication, and really caring about my clients is still very important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Love to get to know you, get to know your situation, and help you find the best home for you and negotiate the best deal for you while we're at it. All of my contact info can be found in the description below. So I'm going to try to not waste any time in this video. We're going to jump in talking about really 2 big pieces of information. So like I said at the top, Taylor Morrison has new floor plans that they're coming out, and they have interesting upgrades that come standard in the new floor plans I want to talk about. So that's number 1. But then also their incentives are bananas. They're really good incentives, and I want to make sure I'm sharing this information with a broader audience while those incentives are still available. So if you go to the website, just look up Easton Park ATX, you'll find the builders. Go to Taylor Morrison, you'll get to a page that looks like this. Taylor Morrison offers 2 products, right? They offer their 50-foot lot floor plans and their 60-foot lot floor plans, okay? Basically, it's a price difference, and typically the 60-foot lots are going to be bigger floor plans available and then slightly smaller. So I have my 2 tabs open. First, looking at the 50-foot lots, they have changed all of their floor plans, but they still have the Dovetail, which is the model home that we have in Easton Park. You can still build that, and that one is still the lowest priced, okay? But looking through this, you're seeing different square footage and roughly the starting price with all this. So the big changes as far as the base level, what now comes standard in a Taylor Morrison home, there's mainly 3 big changes. The first one is taller ceilings. So they've added in all of their floor plans an extra foot of height on the first floor and the second floor if it's a 2-story. So the homes feel a little bit bigger because there's more open air space with the ceilings. So that's number 1. And you'll see that when we do the video tour in a minute of the model homes. Number 2 is they are extending the back patio. Before, that was a structural upgrade that you could do if you built a Taylor Morrison. You could pay it a little bit extra to extend the back patio further. Now that just comes standard on all their homes, so all of their patios are automatically extended, and that's included in the base price. Also, depending on the floor plan, some of their primary bedrooms are also extended because they kind of have to extend those if they extend the back patio. So those are really, really great additions they've done in the base price. Now, let's talk about incentives. And real quick, I'll click over in the 60-foot so you can kind of see some of the options here. You don't need me to show you a website, right? I mean, you can click through these, but I'm just making sure you know what website to go to. It should look like this. And the nice thing about their website, we can click on the Mesa, because that's actually going to be a model home that we check out. When you look at their homes on their website, you can mess about with the floor plan. So if I go to floor plans, and again, let's say I'm considering building a Mesa. You can scroll down and personalize your floor plan. I love that Taylor Morrison allows you to do this. So they give you pricing, which is great, right? Most builders do not give you just upfront, this is how much it costs to do this structural upgrade. You have to ask a bunch of questions, but you can mess with adding things to the plan, and it shows how it changes the floor plan. So you have these are all called structural upgrades. You can change this to have a 5th bedroom in this specific one, right? Have a little bit of an extension to your garage. This one comes with a 3-car tandem. You can also flip this. So if we know building this lot or building on this specific lot, the garage is going to be on the right. Then you can actually visualize that a little bit better, right? And then you can look at the second floor and see what you can adjust there. So I really like their website with adjusting these things. But what I was going to say is the incentives that they're currently offering. So on the 50-foot homes, they're offering $45,000 in flex cash. They're offering 2% of the purchase price towards closing costs. So that'll be roughly about $10,000 to $15,000. And they're offering a rate buy down, right? We don't know how much rates are going to be in 7 months when these homes are actually built. So they're not going to say it's a 4.99 because it's basically they have money put aside to buy the rate down. And that depends on market rate. Also depends on how much your down payment is, because it costs more to buy a rate down if the loan is larger. Okay, and we can talk about that in detail. Feel free to reach out to me because I know real estate, there's a lot of moving parts and it can be a little confusing from watching just a quick 10-minute YouTube video. But that's what they're offering for the 50-foot. For the 60-foot that we're looking right now, they're offering the same stuff, but instead of 45,000 flex, they're offering 80,000 flex, which is crazy to me. It's so much money they're offering on these new builds, and you may be asking, well, what's the catch? Why are they doing this? And it's really for two reasons, okay? The first reason they're offering so much for these incentives is because these are brand new. And so you can't walk into, except for the two models I'm about to show you, say you wanted to build, a Travis, it's another one of their floor plans. There are no Travises to walk through. So you have to rely on, digital images and floor plans, but you can't actually walk the space right now. And that, that's scary for some home buyers, right? So they're offering more incentives because you're having to imagine more and you don't have the ability to drive to another neighborhood and look at a Travis, right? That's number one. Number two, it's just the timing. Because we're in April, typically homes that start in April are going to close November, December. And builders always want to close as many homes as possible before the end of the year, right? It shows their final quarter was strong. It's very important to them. So these incentives definitely will go away, if not by the end of April, definitely some point in May, because that's when closings will start moving into January, and builders just want to build as many as possible in that calendar year. So those are the two things to take away from this. We're going to jump into one of the floor plans right now. We'll start in the 50-foot, and I'll kind of talk through some of the features of this one and everything I'm seeing there. So I'll see you over there. All right, so the first home we're going to check out is their Burnet floor plan. This is one of the 50-foot homes, so it's their model home for the 50-foot. Burnet is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,351 square foot home, and this starts at $493,990. Pretty much when we start adding, taking incentives away, adding in the lot premiums, adding in the options, good rule of thumb with this is about add 50,000. Okay, so it starts at 494. Realistically, you could probably get this home all said and done purchase price around 544. Okay, give or take, right? Because we have options that you would choose, and so it depends on how bougie you are in the design center. But we're getting a sense of this one. This one is a one-story home. Like I said, just shy of 2,400 square feet. So we have our first bedroom off to the left here, and then a bathroom right next to it. Natural light coming into the bathroom. I like that we have the cabinet and not the pedestal sink. Linen closet right there. So that could very easily be used as a mother-in-law suite. We have a coat closet off to the right here. Super tall ceilings. Hopefully that's coming through the video. I try to keep showing up as much as I can to showcase that. Here, the utility room. No cabinets, just a shelf. I always encourage people who don't have cabinets, just throw in cabinets after the fact. They're not that expensive and they really elevate your utility room. It makes it look nicer and it helps resale value. Here's a true mother-in-law suite with an ensuite bathroom attached to it. And you can see the closet behind there with a pretty decent amount of space for a guest bedroom closet. Luxury vinyl plank flooring throughout. Here's the mudroom, and then entrance to the garage. Now, it's a model home, so they're using this as a design studio, right? So this would be looks like a 2-car garage. Something I skipped also at the very front of the Burnet is we have the study near the front. Middle of the house here, this is considered, I was gonna say a bedroom, but it's not. So that one is, going to be a flex room, kind of a bonus room. And then something else they've added, which we see in this specific floor plan, is the vaulted ceiling. And so they used to not offer that at all. And now they have some floor plans like this one that have that vaulted ceiling. It's a really, really impressive look when you walk in there. Typical stuff you'd find in their kitchen, 5-burner range built in. And then now looking back at the primary bedroom, very large primary bedroom. Taylor Morrison does a good job with natural light coming in. And then you can see, some of the upgrades they've done to this one. I don't think for this one they opted, that's a massive linen closet, they opted for extending the shower. There's already a pretty big shower with a bench, but I know you can extend the shower. You can also, which you'll see in the other house, you can also make the bathtub freestanding. Closets, okay. I've seen bigger closets. It's okay, right? I mean, this is one of their smaller homes that they offer, so you're not gonna have everything checked off for this one. And then looking at the back, this is a different neighborhood that I went to. The neighborhood's called Silverleaf. It's about 20 minutes east of Easton Park. So ignore the lot size, but you can see the vaulted ceiling, the ceiling fan with the back patio, right? So that's giving you a sense of what the back patio looks like, already extended to the side, right? But the lot's gonna be different depending on where you build in Easton Park. But cool, now let's go check out the Mesa, which is their model home for these 60-foot floor plans. All right, now we're gonna check out the Mesa. So this is the model home available of the 60-foot floor plan, so you can get a sense of that. Obviously the exterior elevation, the materials, you can change. They have options with that. They have about 3 or 4 different options. But you can get a sense of the space within and some of their structural upgrades. So for this specific one, it starts at $632,990. It is a 4 or 5 bed. You have that structural upgrade if you want a 5th bedroom. 3.5 or 4 bath, again, structural upgrade there, and 3,229 square feet. They are offering so much in flex cash for their 60-foot. I wouldn't even add $50,000 to their base price. This is starting at $633. I think you could probably get this all said and done in Easton Park on a good lot around $650, maybe $660, because they're just offering so much on their 60-foot homes with that $80,000 in flex. So yeah, walking through this one, we had the study to the left. I was talking through that. And then we're into our first bedroom here with the bathroom right next to it. They opted for the walk-in shower, so you do have that option. Again, natural light coming through, that looks great. This one, I think they did an extension on the utility room, so that's why the utility room is massive with the natural light coming in. I will say later you'll see in the primary closet, it's a little tight. So I think extending the utility room narrows your primary closet, so something to consider there. Now looking at the kitchen area, massive island. I'm not looking at it. There we go. Good size island with a waterfall on the side. You can get a sense of the amount of natural light coming in here. We have our corner pantry, which is going to be pretty typical in all of their homes. Built-in oven, built-in microwave. You can see that waterfall edge I was discussing earlier. And then they actually have their dining room off to the right, which I like. I like when the dining room's off to the side. You're not really having to think about walkways around it. You can just put your table there, put your chairs there, and it's not getting in anyone's way. And then this is a good example of the extended patio coming as is. So this just comes with the base price of the home, and it's a massive patio. Nice thing about this one too is very easy to screen in. I'm seeing more and more people opting for that just to help with bugs and the heat in Texas. So because it's rectangular, you can very easily screen in that back patio. And you also have the stackable glass doors you can add too. Primary bedroom downstairs, lots of windows in there. And then this bathroom is a really good example of the upgraded shower. So we have a very large, or deep linen closet, I should say. And then looking at the shower, you actually have 2 shower heads and 2 benches and a massive area. So really, really nice upgrade for the shower you can do here, which is great. Bathtub, you can also upgrade and make it a detached bathtub, like freestanding. See what I'm talking about with the closet? So this isn't very deep, and I think it's because with this model they chose to upgrade the utility room. Personally, I would advise clients to maybe not do that and keep the closet open, because I've shown many homes where if the primary closet wasn't big enough, they didn't care about the rest of the house. They needed space in the closet. So if an upgrade causes you to, make your primary closet smaller, that's probably going to hurt resale down the road. So something to consider. You can see here they don't have carpet on the stairs, which is great. It's a really nice upgrade in my personal opinion. And then it does become carpet when we get to the landing. I like this landing because it's open on both sides, and a lot of their floor plans don't do that, or they don't have a landing. It's just a walkway. So I do like this floor plan quite a lot. Going upstairs, now we're in our third bedroom, I believe. I'm keeping count. We have natural light coming into a walk-in closet. That's very nice for a bedroom, and they have their own bathroom off to the side. All the guest bathrooms are about the same size. You can kind of choose, do you want a tub or walk-in shower? Then we have our media room next to that. Decent sized media room. I like that it's closed off. You can close the door, so if you're playing a loud movie, it's not bleeding sound down to the main living area. Great amount of storage space. I was really surprised to see the storage closet, how big that is. And then walking, there's the view of the front of the house, more windows. Walking to this side, man, I already lost count of how many bedrooms. I think this one is a 4-bedroom format. So downstairs we had the primary and a guest room plus a study. And then upstairs we had the 2 bedrooms plus a media room. So this is the 4-bedroom format. I think the 5th bedroom, you would just change the media room to a 5th bed. I might be wrong on that. Check their website because you can change all those structural upgrades. And then finally, you can see a view from upstairs to your back patio and living room area. So hope this was helpful for you all. I plan to do some actual tours of more of their floor plans, but the homes in Easton Park aren't going to be finished until about November for their initial floor plans they've already started, because these are brand new. So I have that in the back of my mind for November, December to actually tour those that are built. But if you are considering buying a to-be-built home in Easton Park, and you're hoping to close in the home before the end of the year, now is a really good time to get in on these incentives with Taylor Morrison. If you are considering that, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I always encourage people, and a big reason why I do these videos is to educate. And at my core, I'm an educator. I'm not a salesman. So if you have a realtor you know, like, and trust, please use them. Like, don't just go into the sales room and think you can figure all this out on your own and you're going to save money by doing it that way. It's not how it works. A realtor is going to be able to give you accurate information, be able to compare information between builders, right? Because the sales reps, incentives are going to be buy my house, whereas a realtor's incentive is help my client to the best of my abilities make a great choice. And so if it's not me, use a realtor you know, like, and trust. If you don't know a realtor, or maybe you haven't spoken with a realtor in a long time, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you, guide you through the home building process. I've lived in Easton Park for 6 years. I know this community extremely well, and I have a very good relationship with all the sales reps too, which I do think matters whenever you're negotiating. So if that sounds good to you, please reach out. And until next time, I'll see you guys around town.